Hi guys, it's Carisa. I'm sorry about my face and about my room. It's really messy because I've been working on the closet. Oh, but Normal's sleeping behind me. And I figured I'd film myself putting my makeup on because it's been a while since I've done that. And a few people a dreadfully long time ago requested the soft eye makeup look that I've been doing. And I figured I'd just show you what that is. So first, I already moisturized my face a while ago after I got out of the shower. I just let my hair air dry and I round brushed my bangs. And now I am going to put foundation on. This is the Maybelline Dream Wonder in color Classic Ivory. This is one of the only foundations that I have repurchased immediately after being done with it. And my brushes are all really dirty and I'm kind of rushing, so this is probably a terrible idea. But that's okay. Today I'm going with my sister when she gets her hair done, and then we're gonna do something. I don't know what. And those freaking stink bugs are getting in my house and dying everywhere. You can come in, dude, but don't die here. I've been a little bit less busy at work. This is the calm before the storm, before the holiday season. So I decided to finally finish painting in this room so I could set up the closet. And I kind of want to do sort of like a gift wrapping station, but also where I can just kind of store some things as well. I donated 2 giant bags of stuff from this room and from our closets to Goodwill yesterday. Not Goodwill. I always say that. I think it's because I used to pretty much exclusively go to Goodwill. And then it changed. It got kind of corporate and store-ish and expensive. I don't know. I just don't like my Goodwill anymore. I'm going to contour with this CoverGirl Outlast foundation. This is the color 875. Soft Sable. And, man, I've been finding if I don't do this lately, I hate my face all day. I just feel like I look wrong. Well, yesterday was my weigh-in day and I am down 21 point something pounds. I don't remember the ounces. I take pictures and measurements every Friday morning. I've been finding lately I'm at a point where I lose weight every other week. The weeks in between, I either gain 2 or 3 ounces or just stay the same. This is the Too Faced chocolate bronzer. Chocolate up my face a little. Mike has lost 11 pounds. He looks so much thinner than the amount of weight that he's lost, though, which is, you know, isn't that better? Who cares how much weight you actually lost? It's what you look like. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm proud of him because he's doing this to support me. He doesn't have to whatsoever. He's the sweetest man alive. All right, so this one eyebrow hair that's being a rebel today. Yep. You see that? You just shine on, you crazy little eyebrow hair. Just live it up. I kind of switched up my eyebrows a little bit recently because I was realizing that even though I dye my hair basically black, I mean almost black, I've been finding that the darkest Anastasia dip brow is too brown. It's called Ebony, but it's brown. And this, which I love so much, this taupe, Toughest Taupe color tattoo is a little too gray. It doesn't have enough depth to kind of make the edges of my brows stand out, because I do like to go for a very slight gradient effect with my brows. I feel like it looks natural but still polished. That's kind of what I've been going for lately. So what I did was I reevaluated what I use, and I picked up the color medium brown in the dip brow, and it's an awful lot lighter, but I think it's ashy enough where it'll help balance out the color of my brows without looking too gray or too brown. I don't know, the ebony is just too warm a brown, I think, for the look I'm trying to achieve. It's all trial and error. I mean, there are times when I'd want a more dramatic look with maybe a darker color, and I would use that kind of reddish brown, or if I'm going for a warmer look overall. It's all about color palettes. Man, I hated color theory stuff when I was in art school, when I was in college taking art classes. Oh, I hated that stuff so much. I just kind of feel like I have a sense for that stuff without actually knowing the rules behind it, which is not how they want it to be. They don't want you to be like, I just have a sense for this, man. I don't have to do a color wheel 5 times. Paint the same color wheel 800 times, and then we will give you a grade. No, sir. No, thank you. It's funny because at one of the colleges I went to, just because of the way the semesters lined up, for some reason, the semester I was taking, it was like the first one of the year was when you took the second class, when the second class was available, and then the first class was available the second part of the year. I don't know, it's weird. And because of how things lined up, I got special permission from the head of the department to take the second class first. But I was going to have to go back eventually and take the other one. And man, that was painful. It's hard to go from a more advanced class. I thought for some reason I'd be fine with it. And I was like, oh yeah, sure. Thank you for the permission. He like looked at my portfolio and he was like, I've never done this before, but I'm going to let you do it. Well, there's a reason why you should never do that, because then when I did have to try and take that second class, I wanted to rip my face off, because it was like, it was such a waste of paper too, expensive drawing paper. Like, take your art pad and your pencil and freehand a circle really fast, and then turn the page and do it again, and just keep doing that until you get the best circle you could possibly get. And I was like, is this a Saturday Night Live skit that I just walked into? Because this can't be real life. I have been having nightmares. I guess they're not nightmares. I have really vivid, really long, elaborate dreams about things that kind of just upset me. Like, sorry, I had a fuzz on my face. I had to like dig all my makeup up to get it off. I've been dreaming a lot lately about the house I grew up in, which my mom sold like almost 10 years ago now. I must have some kind of unfinished emotional business with not having access to that house or something. I don't know, because every night, or even if I take a nap, for the last like 2 weeks, it might even have been longer now. It might be the better part of a month, that I've been dreaming about things that are occurring in and around that house. And it doesn't always look the same, and the circumstances aren't ever really about that house, but that's where I always am. I wake up feeling all sad. Every time I reach for blush lately, it is this. It must be a fall thing. I am just so all about this NYX Cinnamon blush. I just put my dirty little Cindy on. Cindy Luminizer. Okay, so here's the secret for what I've been doing for that really, like, diffused kind of look. I've been using this Naked 2 Basics palette. Listen, when I saw this came out, I first took a look and I was like, that's a waste. There's no reason why I need that. I may have told you this before. It's totally worth it. They're just these perfect, kind of putty colored, cool, gorgeous, they're perfect, okay? I loved the other palette, the first Naked Basics. I wore that every day, almost every single day. I incorporated it into almost everything I did. But I've been using this one lately, and this one I get way more compliments on. I think it's just better for my skin tone and my overall coloring. So you see how there's these two lighter colors here? I usually take this big, oh no, where'd it go? I just take a big eyeshadow brush like this and I swipe it over both of those light colors and then pat them over my eyelid. And this is my like super quick going somewhere, you know, going to an appointment, just starting the day, just want to look nicer than not having makeup on, but kind of want to look like I barely have any on kind of a look. I take a kind of medium-sized, also dirty eyeshadow brush. It's like a fluffy-ish brush. And I start with this color here, this color Frisk. And this is going to make some of you crazy because it's not as precise as you'd probably like. But I just take that color and I just pounce through all of these. Just kind of not in any particular order like that, and just load up my brush with all these colors. Then I go just above where the crease of my eye is and I put it down like that and kind of bring it into the corner. I do it on both eyes like that. And then I take a bigger fluffy brush and I put it in this color here, this second color. It's the more matte of the two light colors. And I just blend that out. Takes a little bit, you know, you got to kind of work with it, but that's really all it is. Sometimes just to balance it out a little bit and even it up, I'll go into that first color and I'll pounce it through with the other light color. And I'll just kind of, I don't know, like sometimes one side looks higher than the other or one side looks a little darker than the other. This is not an exact science. It's just, you know, we just want to feel nice and fresh and good about ourselves without feeling like we had to have a grueling experience at the mirror. Right? Yes? Yeah? That's just how it is. You could take any eyeshadow stick. I don't know if you can even get these anymore, these 24/7 ones by Urban Decay. But you could use any eyeshadow stick. I'm sure NYX has a good colored one. I should look for a similar one. Yeah, they do. They have one. It's called French Fries. My sister just got it recently. You could use like a Clinique Chubby stick or like one of these Mally eyeshadow sticks. And this one's just my favorite. This is an Urban Decay one in Juju. And I just take that and I very sloppily but light-handedly line my lower lid with that. And then I do that on the upper lid. Like that. Then to warm that up and kind of just build the color a little more and give it depth, I take this Kat Von D Immortal Love, the brown autograph pencil. Man, I love this eyeliner. I'm going to have to get another one of these. And I just kind of bring that color in a little. You know, you see how that one just has a little more going on? Just kind of smudgy, like it's not sharpened. I'm just kind of giving it some depth, not being really precise, not trying to get a super crisp line. Just going for something kind of soft and, I don't know, it's kind of a romantic look. In case you need some romance in your everyday life, who doesn't, right? That's that. That's the base of the look, and then I would just put mascara on from here. But the days that I want to kind of amp it up a little bit more, and the days when I feel like people like it the most, I add a pigment on top. I'm kind of upset because I'm realizing I don't even know the name of this pigment. This is a NYX one. It's kind of, how do I describe that? And why would they put the name up where you're going to take that part of the label off? So I don't know the name of this pigment, unfortunately. Sometimes I do use this one though, if I want something a little lighter. This is MAC's Naked Pigment, but this is the one I tend to go for just because I like the way it looks with what I have going on. So I'll just take a Q-tip and dab it in there and just pick up a little bit of the pigment like this. And then I just, over the very center of my eye, right here, just apply a little bit of that, like that. Just a little something, just a little bit. And then I take that big fluffy brush again and I kind of just make sure that it looks nice. Not super blended. Just kind of pat it over the center and it just brightens up your eye. It just looks really pretty. And that's it. Time for mascara. Does anybody remember Opera Man singing about mascara? No? Adam Sandler? 1993? Anybody? Oh dear. This is the Urban Decay Perversion. Most days I'm too lazy to put the primer underneath it, but I don't know. It almost doesn't really need it. You know, people who really are super makeup fanatics or, you know, professionals, I guess, would probably cringe at that. They'd be like, oh, use the primer. Oh, look, I got pigment in my hair. Funny story for you. Horrific story for you. One of the reasons why I got out of the beauty industry is I got a job at a spa while I was waiting to get my license. I never actually got my license because I was like, screw that. I'm not going to do that anymore. But I was scheduled to do bridal makeup for someone. It was my first time working on a bride, and I wasn't allowed to bring like my own kit. They didn't want me to have my own makeup there. It was all going to be salon provided. And they were supposed to have like Trish McAvoy stuff there, but they didn't have it yet. So I was presented with, I'm not exaggerating, this happened, okay? This is supposed to be like a fancy day spa. I was presented with dollar store makeup, like expired, not even Wet n Wild. Like I would have loved some Wet n Wild. It was like those no-name cosmetic kits that you buy for little girls before they're ready to wear actual makeup. The ones that have like a lip gloss right next to the, that is just cringe city for me, to have a lip product that you have to put on with your finger or with a brush that's next to eyeshadow that's going to crumble into it. So yeah, I was presented with that and I had to lie and say that it was, like if the bride or anyone else who was there asked, I had to lie and say that it was like a special line that wasn't released yet. So it was like just a preview set or something, and tell them that if they want to know the name of it, they can call us in a month and we'll give it to them, which at that point they were probably going to just not answer their calls. This was a horrible place that I worked at. But anyway, there's things you just don't know until you get into it. So I can't tell you if this woman was just being polite or if she genuinely liked her makeup, but I had to work on her for far longer than I needed to because the pigment just wasn't there. And I kept wanting to build it up a little bit more, but she was not the type to wear makeup every day anyway, so I think anything more than nothing looked like something to her. And I just got in my car afterwards and cried because I'm like, this is this woman's wedding day that I just had to prepare her for with this awful chalky makeup that came with sponge tip applicators. Oops. Sometimes I get a little bit of pigment on my cheeks and I just take, this is just my Oops brush, this dual fiber brush, by Real Techniques, and I just kind of, it's like a broom, I just kind of like sweep up anything that happened after the fact. So, okay, so there's my face. This is the Drew Barrymore flower line. I had to go to Walmart because I got Mike a video game at like 6 a.m. the day that it was released to surprise him with it, and I got a chance to look at the flower. I got this and Desert Flower, which is a darker color. And what I've been doing with these, which is completely unnecessary by the way, is layering them. So what is this called? Tea Rose? I forgot already. So that's Tea Rose. And it makes me think of T-Rex, because people make fun of how short my arms are. And by people, I mean my sister. Anyway, this is the Desert Flower, and I just go like this. And I think that looks pretty. I don't know. That's what I do. I hope you had fun with me today. Oh, you want to watch me do my hair too? Yeah? Got anything else going on right now? Want to watch me do my hair? I feel like I'm asking you like you're a dog. Like, you wanna go for a ride in the car? What I think I'm gonna do today, it's completely air dried now. Wow, there is makeup in my hair. I am such a mess today. I gotta get my life together, guys. I've been taking far too many naps. Okay, so I'm putting some of this Orbe Gold Lust serum. Is that what it is? I'm sorry, nourishing hair oil. I'm just gonna kind of make it less frizzy with that. And then I've been really enjoying this. This is the Orbe hairspray also. I'm not trying to just use one product line, but I really love that hair oil. And then I just got this in, was it Birchbox or was it Pop Sugar? Oh man, I feel bad. I don't remember. Probably Birchbox because they have these products on their site. And then I just pick up my hair and kind of shoot some of this in there, let it fall, scrunch it, you know, some of this stuff. And now I don't normally do this. I do it when I'm like really going for big hair. I'm going to flip my hair upside down and spray this on it. When I do that, I let it dry for a second first. This gives a little extra on the bottom there. Alright guys, that is it for me for real now. I hope this was fun and not too weird and didn't make me look too much like a gross hoarder because of how messy my room is why the rest of the room is such a mess because I had to take everything out of my closet. But I'm gonna be putting it all back in there soon. Hi, normal. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good weekend. Thanks. Bye.